Have you ever truly considered the world around you? Do you believe that those who diligently follow every rule are consistently rewarded with success and power? Or do you often find that the most ruthless, the most unyielding, seem to rise to the top? What does your own experience tell you about the true nature of success? Nietzsche suggested that society often sells us a profound illusion. Haven't we been conditioned to believe that good always triumphs, that honest effort leads to success, and that justice is the unwavering foundation of our world? But does this truly align with what you witness daily, in the news or in history? Or does a nagging doubt persist? Think about the manipulators thriving, unscrupulous leaders, exploitative companies, selfish individuals ascending hierarchies. Is this coincidence or a consistent, undeniable pattern, a fundamental operating principle of our world? What if this reveals a deeper, uncomfortable truth about human nature? Could it be that the game has never truly been about merit, but always about power? And if so, doesn't power naturally gravitate towards those who grasp this truth first? Nietzsche called this the will to power. Have you awakened to it, or are you still clinging to comforting fictions? Most people prefer the comfortable lie that justice always prevails. Do you still hold on to that belief, even when confronted with evidence to the contrary? Or are you ready to confront the raw reality of how power truly operates? Will your perception be irrevocably altered, forcing you to reevaluate everything you thought you knew? The comfortable lie. Meritocracy. Unmasked. Think back to your childhood. Haven't you been taught that if you work hard, success will be inevitable? But does this belief truly reflect the reality you experience daily? Or is there a profound disconnect between what you were told and what you observe? Who do you consistently see at the very top? Is it always the most diligent, the most virtuous? Or is it, more often, the most strategic, cunning, and adaptable? The most just, or those who manipulate circumstances to their advantage? Society operates on a comfortable yet deceptive lie, the illusion of meritocracy. But is this an immutable law, or a convenient narrative to keep us compliant? Nietzsche viewed this belief as an illusion. Why? Perhaps to keep the masses docile, prevent unrest, and ensure the powerful remain in control. History, he argued, has rarely been written by the most just. Hasn't it almost always been shaped by the most relentless and unyielding? Can you think of historical or contemporary examples that defy the simple narrative of meritocracy? Consider the greatest empires. Did the Roman Empire become dominant by being inherently just, or by ruthlessly destroying civilizations? Did the United States ascend to superpower status solely through ethical means, or was its rise intertwined with wars and exploitation? What historical examples challenge pure meritocracy, and how do they make you feel about the stories we tell ourselves? Even in the corporate world, how did industry giants reach their pinnacles? Purely through fair competition and integrity, or by strategically eliminating competitors and prioritizing relentless expansion? Does this consistent pattern surprise you, or does it confirm what you've suspected? What does this tell you about ambition and the cost of unchecked growth? Perhaps the most frightening aspect is this: it isn't a mistake. Could it be that it was designed to work exactly this way? Power is almost never distributed fairly. Instead, isn't it almost always accumulated, fiercely concentrated, and jealously protected by those who already possess it? The idea of a just world becomes a convenient narrative, keeping people believing that success is a direct result of goodness and hard work, ensuring they do not rebel. But what if you decided to stop playing by their rules? What then? What would be the consequences? And what would be the rewards of such a radical choice? Slave morality versus master morality, a radical divide. Nietzsche pushed his critique further, identifying traditional morality, teaching humility, self-sacrifice, as a cunning mechanism created by the weak to control the strong. He called this slave morality. What does that term evoke in you? Does it make you uncomfortable or spark recognition? What does slave morality glorify? Submission. What does it demonize? Power, ambition, self-assertion. Those who adhere often believe ambition is wrong, seeking greatness is arrogance, and challenging the system is immoral. But whose interests does this mentality truly serve? Does it not ensure the true lords of the world remain in command? Is this a system you wish to perpetuate or question? What about those who reject slave morality, following master morality? They are often perceived as cruel, arrogant, and dangerous. But aren't these the individuals who have shaped the world? They don't wait for permission. They impose their will, create their own rules, and take what they want. Does this make them villains or realists who understand the game? How do you categorize historical figures like Alexander the Great or Steve Jobs through this lens? Do you see a pattern of individuals who refuse to be bound by conventional morality? This is why you might observe good people, meticulously following rules, trapped in quiet desperation, while the relentless dominate. Why is this discrepancy so stark? Because while some believe in the sanctity of rules, others pragmatically break them. While some wait for recognition, others boldly impose their presence. While some complain about injustice, others take advantage. Which side of this divide do you find yourself on, deep down? And which side do you truly wish to be on, if honest? What choice will you make? And what will be the consequences? If this challenging perspective on power and morality is sparking new, uncomfortable thoughts, and you're finding value in questioning conventional wisdom, consider subscribing to our channel. We regularly publish solutions to modern problems, empowering individuals like you to master their minds, understand human nature, and forge lives of true power. Your support helps us create content that helps you live a more intentional, powerful, and fulfilling life. What insights have you gained so far that you can apply today? How will you begin to shift your perspective? The will to power, embracing your inner drive. Nietzsche's will to power is often misunderstood. Isn't it a fundamental drive for growth, constant overcoming, and relentless self-mastery? It's the deep-seated urge to become more, actualize your potential, and impose your unique values and vision upon the world. Do you feel this powerful drive stirring within you? Can you identify moments when it has guided you to greater achievement? Every living thing, from a tenacious plant reaching for the sun to an ambitious entrepreneur building an empire, exhibits this will to power. It's the inherent desire to expand, assert existence, and create something new. But how often do we suppress this vital drive, fearing it makes us bad, selfish, or ruthless? What is the true cost of denying this essential part of your nature? What opportunities might you be missing? To embrace your will to power is to recognize your inherent capacity for greatness. It's to stop seeking external validation and start defining your own values and metrics of success. It's to become the sculptor of your own life, the architect of your own destiny, rather than a passive piece of clay shaped by others' expectations? Are you ready to take on that immense responsibility? Are you willing to create your own meaning, define your own morality, and carve out your own path, even if it means standing alone? What would that path look like? This is not an easy path. It doesn't mean abandoning empathy or compassion. Instead, it means acting from profound inner strength, not weakness or fear. It means having the courage to be authentically yourself, even when it challenges societal norms or makes others uncomfortable. It means understanding that true power emanates from within, from your relentless ability to overcome yourself, to constantly evolve, to perpetually become more. What would your life look like? What heights could you reach if you fully embrace this powerful inner drive? What is holding you back? The price of ignorance. Why most remain in the dark? Why do so many people remain oblivious to these fundamental dynamics of power and morality? Why do they cling to the comfortable yet false lie of a perfectly just world? Is it fear of the unknown, the comfort of conformity, or a lack of courage to confront an uncomfortable truth? What role does fear play in your beliefs, and how might it limit your understanding? Society, through its institutions, education, media, cultural narratives, often discourages radical questioning. We are taught to conform, obey, and believe in a predefined moral order. But what if this order isn't for your ultimate benefit? What if it's designed to maintain the status quo, to keep you from realizing your immense, untapped power? Does this idea disturb you or liberate you? How does it change your perception of the world? Consider the profound consequences of this pervasive ignorance. Those who refuse to see the world as it truly is, clinging to naive idealism, often find themselves trapped in frustration, resentment, and powerlessness. They complain about injustice, but do they understand its systemic roots? They wait for fairness, but does fairness ever arrive without being actively asserted, demanded, fought for? What are you waiting for? And what is the cost of that waiting? This isn't about adopting a cynical worldview. It's about cultivating realism. It's about understanding the rules of the game so you can consciously choose how to play it. Are you willing to pay the steep price of ignorance? A life lived beneath your potential, dictated by others' rules? Or are you ready to step into the illuminating yet harsh light of a more challenging yet empowering truth? What will your choice be, and what future will that choice create? Beyond good and evil, forging your own values. Nietzsche's Beyond Good and Evil is not a nihilistic manifesto, but an invitation to radical self-creation. If traditional morality is a construct, a tool of control, what replaces it? Does its dismantling inevitably lead to chaos? Does it imply all values are equally valid or invalid? What are your initial thoughts? Not at all. Instead, you, as a unique individual, face immense responsibility and exhilarating freedom to forge your own values, to consciously decide what is truly good and evil for you, based not on inherited dogma, but on your authentic will to power, your unique drive for growth, overcoming, and self-mastery. Is this a daunting prospect, or does it fill you with liberation and boundless possibility? How would you define your own values, free from external influence? This is not an easy path. It demands immense self-awareness, courage to look inward, and willingness to stand apart from the conforming herd. It means meticulously questioning every inherited belief, every societal expectation, and every moral decree. It means having the audacity to say, "No, this is not my truth. I will create my own." Are you prepared for that profound act of rebellion? Are you ready to become the author of your own moral code, the creator of your own meaning, the master of your own destiny? What would it mean to truly live beyond good and evil? What new possibilities would open up for you, and what kind of person would you become? Your path forward, the power of articulation. We've journeyed through Nietzsche's challenging insights, questioning societal norms and the very foundations of morality and power. This exploration isn't meant to provide easy answers, but to provoke deeper thought and self-inquiry. So, what has this journey stirred within you? What uncomfortable truths have you confronted, and what new perspectives have begun to take root? Perhaps the most potent way to solidify these insights, to truly make them your own, is through articulation. Writing, in particular, is a powerful technique for clarifying thought, for wrestling with complex ideas, and for forging your own understanding. It forces you to confront ambiguities, to structure your arguments, and to define your values with precision. It is, in essence, an act of self-creation, a direct manifestation of your own will to power. So, as a first step on your path to embracing these radical ideas, we invite you to share your reflections. What was the most impactful idea from this discussion for you? How do you see the will to power manifesting in your own life or in the world around you? What questions does this raise for your personal philosophy? Share your thoughts, your disagreements, your epiphanies in the comments below. Engage with this community and let your voice be a part of this ongoing dialogue. Your written words hold immense power. Are you ready to wield them? If you found this exploration valuable, remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more content that challenges conventional wisdom, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. What other philosophical concepts or life problems would you like us to explore next? Let us know and continue your journey of self-mastery.